Today we will take a look at a very commonly asked question in Java interviews, main method in detail. The points that will be covered in this video are: what is main method, its signature, why it is public, why it is static, why it is void, what is the meaning of its parameter, etc. Followed by tricky questions about main. Do watch the video till the end. Main method is the entry point of a Java program or a Java application. When a single program is run, main method is the first method that is executed. If a class does not contain main method, then it cannot be executed and Java Virtual Machine or JVM will throw an error. Let me show you. Create a simple class, save it, open command prompt on Windows or terminal in Mac. Compile this class using javac command. Now run this class with java command followed by the class name. Look what we get. An error which says main method not found in class. It also defines the signature of the method. Signature of main method consists of 4 keywords: public, static, void, and main. To understand the significance of these keywords, first let us understand how a program is executed. The Java Virtual Machine or JVM loads a compiled class to be executed. For execution, it needs to invoke main method. Now since this compiled class is external to Java runtime, or the classes and libraries responsible for executing a class, they can access its public methods only. So, in order that the main method is visible to JVM, it needs to be public. To call a method of a class, we need an object. But static methods can be invoked without an object simply by using the name of the class and a dot. Since JVM does not have any object of this class, it can only call main if it is static. This is the reason why main method is static. Main method does not return any value to the caller, that is the JVM, and so it is void. All these keywords can be in a random order and we will see that when we cover tricky questions around main. Main also expects an argument which is a string array and contains the values that are supplied to a program or an application from outside. Imagine that you have written a program that connects to a database. To establish a database connection, you might want to supply database server, port, username and password while running the program. You can simply write them after the class name and they will be available in this string array. Let us verify. Go to the main demo class that we created, define main method here, and print the elements of this array. Save, go to the command prompt, compile the class once again and run it. Pass two values separated by a space after the class name. Look, we got the arguments that we supplied from command line. Now let's look at some questions asked about main method in interviews. Main method generally contains 4 identifiers: public, static, void, and main. Can we change the order of these? The answer is that you can shuffle between public and static keywords, but cannot change the order of void and main. This is because void signifies the return type of a method and main is its name. In Java, a method name must be preceded by its return type and you cannot modify this order. So, valid orders may be these and these are invalid. Second question is, if this is the signature of main method in a class, will there be any error? Here, we have changed the argument type from a string array to a string. The answer is that this will not be an error. The compiler will consider it as a method with name main that expects a string value. But this will not be the main method that the JVM calls while starting the program. If a class has only this main method, then it will give main method not found error if executed. The same that we saw earlier. Let me show you. Change the argument type to a string, compile the class, run it. Look what we get. Can we have another method with name main in a class? The answer is yes. You can have different methods with the name main in the same class. They will be considered as overloaded methods. So, let us create a new method having name as main, compile it, See? No problem. Can main method be private? The answer is that if you make it private, then again there will be no compiler error, but it will never be executed since it will not be visible to JVM. Let us verify. Change this to private, compile and run it. Same error. Due to similar reason, main method cannot be non-static. What are some other identifiers that we can use with main method? Valid identifiers other than public and static are synchronized, strict FP. Invalid are abstract, native, volatile. Can we change the name of string array parameter from args to something else? Yes, since args is a method level variable and it can be any valid Java variable name. We will see this in a second. Can we use varargs instead of string array? Yes, varargs also represents an array, and so this signature is also valid, and this method will be discovered and invoked by JVM when the class is executed. Let me show you. Change the name of this variable and this array to varargs. Print a message here, compile the class, run it. Look, the message is printed. This means that we can change the name of parameter of main method and also use varargs in place of array. That is all for this video. Hope it was useful.